All right, and we're live. What's up, everybody? ATO Ace the Outsider here. Wakanda Alliance, what's going down. This is our first live on TikTok. I'm actually kind of excited because this is a whole different platform. It works a lot differently, so I'm excited to try it out. So, the topic tonight is Wakandaverse. All right, so if you watched any of our videos, you might have seen the hashtag Wakandaverse. So I'm gonna talk about a little bit what that is. So, Wakandaverse. What do y'all think when y'all hear the word Wakandaverse? What comes to mind if you think of Wakanda in verse? Are you thinking about a rap lyric? Are you thinking about a whole Wakandan universe? So it's the latter. Wakandan universe. So just think about all the things that Wakanda has to offer in its entirety, right? So all the characters, all the stories, all the science, all the real life cultures that the comic book pulls from. Those are the things that we want to highlight. Those are the things that we want to talk about, right? Because there's so much. Like, Black Panther's been around since the 70s, okay? And I haven't read since then, but to know that that character has such a deep history, and so far all we have is one movie, one cartoon, no video games, like, that is crazy to me. That is insane. So the thing is, we want to really highlight all the things that Black Panther has brought us, over the years. And also think about what the future brings, right? What does the next Black Panther movie look like? What do the next comics look like? What does a new cartoon look like? Which characters are going to be used? What kind of stories are they going to tell? Right? So, feel free to drop your favorite Black Panther character in the comments. Maybe I'll talk about them. Just because, it's Wakandaverse. I want to talk about all things Wakanda and what that means to us. Right? So, yeah. What if in Wakanda, right? We always ask that question before starting a story. What if? So what if T'Challa never took the heart-shaped earth? What if N'Jaka won that last fight? That's the conversation right there, right? What if Shuri becomes the queen of Wakanda? What if T'Challa actually finds Storm in the movie? What if a Black Panther from the past came to the present and T'Challa had to kind of take care of him? Right? So all those different stories that can pop up, when we're imagining what Black Panther means to us and what Black Panther, has to offer. We still haven't understood exactly what vibranium does, right? Like, they took the little bead, put it in the guy's back, and somehow just fixed his spine. Like, that's insane. And that's just one of the things it does. Like, this is the phone, right? So imagine taking your iPhone and putting it in somebody else's back. And suddenly they have a fully functioning spine. That's a crazy thing to let's see. Oh, someone wants to go live with me. All right, let's see what happens. Yo, what's good, Max? Playing some poker there? That's a game. Is that a video game? Word. All right. Cool. I hope you win. I hope you win. Word. All right. Dope. I dig it. Thanks for sharing that, Max. That was pretty fun. There's just definitely a mix of people here, so that I definitely don't mind that at all. Feel free to show me what you're doing too. If you're doing something, appropriate, don't mess up the live here, because I will ban and report you if you do something wild. All right. So, if you're thinking about Wakanda, if you have anything to talk about, anything Wakanda related, who's your favorite character? What stories are your favorite? Feel free to jump in and share. Homie H-Town Voss is jumping. Oh, I know they got some. Fam, I know you got some Wakanda stories in your brain that you can just share. I know you want to see some dope things, so feel free to jump in and I'll bring you on and you can share that if you feel like it. Feel free, fam. But Wakandaverse Wednesdays, that's what we're here to talk about. Here to talk about all things Wakanda. And yeah, man. Yeah, I see so many creative people on Twitter, on Instagram, on just all the platforms who have their own ideas and have their own stories. So, I want to highlight those. I want to highlight those because I want people to know that people are watching, people are listening, and people should have a demand in what they want to see. People should have a right to say what types of things they want to see from a certain franchise, right? We don't want nothing sugar coated. We don't want nothing, half done. We want that full raw, full on Wakanda, right? Don't give us some random story you just kind of pulled up out of nowhere to cater to a certain demographic. Nah, man, we got to have the real. man, like T'Challa's been through so many different adventures, so many different um stories and technologies, and just all the people in Wakanda. Just all it's all the same thing. It's all the same. So let me see. Oh, wait, I'm not even following H-Town Boss. Hold on, let me throw you a follow, homie, because you've been rocking with us for a minute, and we appreciate that. Oh, can't find it now. Pardon, I'm still getting used to the TikTok live tools, so that's kind of new to me. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, so going back to it, all things Wakandaverse. I'll be doing a top 5 heroes next. So I think I did a top 5 heroes already. I'm gonna do another top 5 heroes that I want to see fold into the Wakandaverse as far as the cinematic universe goes. So I know Queen Divine Justice was on that last list. I had Akili on there just because, you know, Hatat Zarazi. I don't see them doing anything with the whole Winter Soldier being the new White Wolf. So I don't know how they're going to spin that, because White Wolf is, in the comics, that's Shuri and T'Challa's brother, adopted brother. And that person hasn't showed up. They haven't mentioned it. There haven't been any... There's been like a mention of the spies they sent around the world to kind of survey what's going on. That's what King T'Chaka's brother was doing. And T'Chaka's dad, Killmonger's father, that's what he was doing. He's part of that. But I think he was just like a war... Did they say war dog? I'm pretty sure they use the term war dog. So if they're talking about war dogs, those are the Hatat Zarazi. Unless for some reason they changed the whole story behind that. So we have yet to see if the White Wolf concept is going to come into the fold anywhere. But if it did, I'd be really excited about that. Casper Cole is another character who I haven't mentioned on the TikTok yet. I think he's in a Wakandaverse poster somewhere, but whether I see him coming in or not, yeah, maybe, right? Casper Cole, who took over the role of Black Panther, he's an American person, not Wakandan by heritage by any means, but they did a story in the early 2000s when T'Challa went to New York City to kind of take over for Daredevil. He had like he had a traumatic brain injury, so he couldn't recover from that. So this guy Casper Cole borrows the suit, and T'Challa's just like, all right, listen, you can borrow the suit, but I'm gonna check you. Like, you ain't gonna be doing like just any old thing while you got the suit on. So he kind of ran around being a Black Panther with guns, by the way. Black Panther with guns, that's the thing right there. So yeah, I could definitely see him popping up, you know, somewhere in the universe. Would be pretty interesting. I don't think they need him. You know, there's a lot of dope characters that they could use instead. So H-Town Boss just commented, Tosin gonna be cool to see in the future. Yo, listen, man, you already saw my Tosin post, bro. I'm really, really excited for Tosin, because yeah, they've only featured him in one comic though, and I'm upset because it's like, you know, that's a raw character. Like, the whole premise of having vibranium tattoos and being able to channel that energy, doing the Tai Chi to like move the vibranium energy through you, like that's a hard concept right there. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna make a Tosin cosplay. It's not gonna look exactly like Tosin, but I'm gonna put my own spin on it. So hoping I can do that pretty soon. We got a convention that we're going to this Saturday, in which we'll be able to do some cosplays. So if everything goes according to plan, it's Wednesday. I gotta get my outfit soon. But maybe in some capacity, I might just get some purple paint and paint do some purple paint tattoos on my body, and then just put on a different outfit. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Tosin is a character I'm really truly looking forward to. I think there's a lot of potential there. So yeah, if anybody doesn't know who Tosin is, I got some videos on it. If you scroll just a little bit, actually no, it should be a pinned post. Now, the post is technically blocked because, not blocked, but it's marked for sensitive content. I don't know why that is. I think that somebody who got salty in the comments over something I said tried to report it, and that just kind of messed up everything, because it was on its way up. Like, we had 60,000 views on it in like a week, and then suddenly the views slowed down because this person marked it as sensitive content, and TikTok hasn't been responsive on why they marked it, or, you know, getting that mark lifted. But it is what it is. Not going to let it stop me. Not going to force too much energy on it, but it's all good. H-Town Boss is commented again. BP could low-key make his own Avengers team. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, like, they had the crew, that was cool, but there was that time in the most recent series in the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda where he called in everybody black and got everybody in on the scrap, man. It was Miles Morales was in there, Vibraxis, Luke Cage, Falcon, some of BP's top team people, and then a lot of characters we haven't seen in a minute. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head who was there, but he brought out everybody, and that was pretty. Oh, he brought out Patriot. That was pretty cool to see. So yeah, then that's what I'm talking about, man. Like Black Panther got them connects. So forget like a whole Avengers team. Like BP could do a whole Avengers like a whole Black Justice League of his own. So, but the world ain't ready for that. You know that. Come on now. You know that. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of characters like BP could fold into everything, man. And even if we just had a cartoon, like I don't even need them to be in the cinematic universe. If we just got a Black Panther cartoon, you know what I'm saying, that really explored a lot of these other stories, that would be fire. And it's so overdue, man. It's so overdue. We haven't had an animated Black Panther or anything except for what was it? Earth's Mightiest Heroes. They did a series called a Panther Quest. It was like a saga of Black Panther going into his past and whatnot. That was pretty cool. But that was with the only thing I have an issue with that is that not even an issue, but the thing is that's animated in a way that fits that cartoon style. So, Avengers, they had a whole bunch of different, episodes and whatnot. It's drawn in that style. It's drawn for the Avengers. It's not drawn for Black Panther. Like the music curation, the way everything is designed isn't from a Black creative perspective. And I think that a series that has a Black creative team behind it looks and feels a lot differently. So we haven't had that. And that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about Wakandaverse. That's the type of content that we deserve. We deserve mostly your fully Black creative teams behind what a new project looks like for Black Panther. So that's what I'm talking about. So the more we vocalize that, the more we gotta let we gotta let Marvel know that we're watching, we're paying attention, and we want this done right. Because as fans, we determine how this thing progresses. Like if a lot of people had got on the bandwagon of boycott the next Black Panther film, that gives the creators a sign, the producers a sign that people don't want to see a certain thing, or they might flip it and say, we're not going to give you Black Panther at all because you're going to boycott the film. So kind of a double-edged sword, but just letting people know that we have a voice in this whole process. And the more we speak about it, the more attention we can bring to something positive. So I'll be doing this pretty much every Wednesday. So I know it's hard trying to keep up with everything that everybody is doing, but the more I do it, the more likely people are going to hear about it. And, I'll be able to bring people on and talk about their imagination, what they want to see when they think about Black Panther and the future of Wakanda. So, check out our YouTube too. We got some videos up there. We did an exercise where we asked our audience, what if? So we do our programs live. People come in person, people come on Zoom, and we ask them the question, what if in Wakanda? So people started just making up their own stories. They said, what if Ndajaka actually won the last fight? What if the Wakandas met a warrior race that was like them and created a partnership with those aliens? What if the heart-shaped herb was shared with a bunch of different people and there were a bunch of Black Panthers protecting Wakanda instead of just one? So a lot of good stories were brought up from that. So that was a very creative exercise that we got to do, and that's something I want to really keep it going, because it really gets our brains going and just showing how dope this whole thing is. Like people who had just became Black Panther fans after the movie and people who were longtime fans, both were, sharing stories, and both have a creative side and have a creative voice. So we want to highlight that and uplift that, because man, that creativity keeps us going. Man, listen, coming up with what ifs kept me going throughout all my school, because whenever I would like need a distraction, I would just be like, okay, well, what if this happened? Like, what if this happened? Like, just think about my favorite cartoons, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, uh, just so many different things I was watching. Like, what ifs usually jump off my brain to like think about something dope. So, and I asked that question to y'all too. Like, what if in Wakanda? Like, what are some stories that y'all want to see happen? All it takes is one prompt, right? All it takes is one prompt to get that brain going, and next thing you know, you got a conversation right there, right? So, less of like the debates, the back and forth of like, oh, this should have been this. Black Panther can't beat this person because of that, or a lot of the versus stuff, which is cool. I don't mind that at all, but I think that there's a deeper conversation when we ask what if on a different level. So, thanks for joining in on my first TikTok live. It's been pretty fun. Can't wait to keep doing it and get more people involved. Yeah, this is a dope platform. I definitely want to reach out to more of y'all and see, what type of ideas you have, the type of things you all want to talk about. And yeah, it's just a different demographic on here, so I'm looking forward to it. So until next time, I will see you all later for Wakandaverse Wednesdays. Thanks for following. If you're not following yet, if you just kind of tuned in, follow us on our TikTok, which is, well, you know it because it's right there. Follow us on Instagram if you also have it, at Wakanda Alliance. YouTube, Wakanda Alliance Program. Twitter, at Wakanda Alliance. And I will see y'all all soon. Wakanda Forever. See y'all soon. Peace.